you said while you was in there, the correctional personnel treated you. They said they basically was trying to break you.
They try to break everybody because we in the South, like, you know, and it's different because, like in Virginia they got lowland and highland. Highland is the mountains. Most up in the mountains, those correction officers predominantly white mountain people. In lowland in Virginia, those correction officers is mainly black, and it's even worse when you got black correction officers, and they ignorant too. They probably would be peanut farmers or working if the prison wasn't there, they probably would work. They'd be factory workers and stuff like that. So you don't got like
they're basically not your peoples.
They not your people, and they not like the most intelligent of people as well. So you gotta keep that in mind. Like an ignorant person with power is the worst type of person that there could be. You know, and that's
basically they was like white with black skin, basically. With that, or have that mentality.
That had that mentality, and it was some. Don't get it twisted. It was always going to be some police that don't follow, or SEALs that don't follow the mold. But sometimes they fall and few in between. You know what I mean?
And you said you were in the lowland, or?
I was in both.
In both. I was starting out. You were
in lowland.
In lowland.
Yeah, and then I went up to highland, and then
that's when you started experiencing the real.
Yeah, that was. But I was already about 10 years into my bid. No, was I? Hold up. That's like some of the time I'm gonna be on, because I've been out for almost 7 years now. Yeah, but I was like in my early 30s. I was like in my 30s. Matter of fact,
when you went to the Highland.
Yeah, because that's when the status on the coaches changed. See,
I said went from S.T.G. You mean that?
It went from that to gangs, but see, even as an S.T.G, we still was able to get the power paper. We still was able to order stuff. We never had classes when I was in there. We never had classes. They got classes now because they won the case a few years back. But they didn't hinder our reading material. They didn't hinder what we did. And if they saw us in the cipher on the yard, they didn't bother us. But when the status changed because of the gangs, like the gangs really hit Virginia in like 01. So then you had a lot of people turned over to be gang members. But they got universal flags when they still got righteous names. So
that kind of got mixed up with all that.
Yeah, and then the people, they don't know what is what, you know, they don't know. So we not recognized because we different as far as like we being a 5%er, especially in prison, you like in a gray area. Like, cause they'll say you're a religion, but you'll say we're not a religion.
They call it, according to them, you're a religion.
Based off of, they don't have no other terminology. Like, everything is about terminology and terms. So when you say, yo, I'm just a way of life, well, they say, well, a religion is a way of life. See, so it's like, it's word semantics, but then when you look deeper, it's like, if these the only tools I got to try to define something, and these the only things that you know, no matter what I say, this is what you gonna describe, because you don't got no other tools to recognize what I'm saying.
Right.
And so it's like, so we started dealing with that, and I've had investigators tell me straight up, like, yo, we know y'all ain't no gang, but you in the Bible Belt and y'all can't do nothing about it. To my face. Not to my, to my face. Because when they started labeling, they started taking some of us, putting us in a gang database. Like, they had me, like, as one of the leaders. I used to laugh, like, y'all don't know nothing, like, about us.
If Mecca did this.